What up guys, Commander here, and welcome to a new video on Star Wars Battlefront 2, and we're going to go over another few mods today. Now, you probably know what it is because of in the title, but this is going to be either 2 or 3 mods. Now, I've got 3 mods to showcase to you, but depending on how long this is going to take, it may be 2, and then the last one is going to be put onto another video. I'm not too sure yet. It depends on how long it's going to take. However, we've got 3 mods to go over today, and the first one, 2 of them are mesh importing mods. One you've probably seen already, 2 of them you probably have seen already, but this first one I do want to do first because this has just been recently uploaded today, I think, as of recording this video. And I really wanted to upload it because it looks insane. Now, the first one we've got is a Darth Malgus mod. Now, Darth Malgus mod, this replaces the Darth Vader hero, and it basically uses mesh importing as well as, I assume mesh importing, as well as like texture, like editing textures and whatnot. But it looks so good. Like, it's got custom star cards. Like, I was quite blown away by how how stocky Malgus looked in this game. Like, it's even better than Darth Vader. I'm gonna play him in game in a minute just to see how he looks. Darth Malgus' high survivability and force powers enable him to stand on the front lines and slowly advance on his enemies. I'm going to play about with him in a game of arcade because I want to see what his model looks like in game. But Christ, like, his abilities are pretty much the same, just with different, like, the focus range is a different icon, but that don't really matter. If we go in Spect Element, they've even changed his lightsaber. Like, it looks nothing like Darth Vader's, which is absolutely insane. Like, I'm consistently blown away. Like, I always go for mods that I think are worthwhile me talking about. Now, because there's a lot of mods on the like appearance changes and stuff like that, like retexture mods and whatnot. And I look at some of them and I think, you know what, like, it's not a major like change. And it does look better, but it's not really worth me making a video about unless I'm doing like a theme. Like, I can do like a retexture theme video, and then we can go over like 5 different mods that are retextures of each other. But I look at mods that look genuinely like better than others and look genuinely like breathtaking. And this one is like, it's no exception. This one looks genuinely jaw-dropping at how good it looks. But anyway, enough of me faffing about, like, saying how good this mod looks. I'm going to get into a game of arcade, and I will see how he plays and see what his animation looks like. I'm assuming that it's basically the same as what Darth Vader's animation is, but we'll have a go. And then we'll get into NVIDIA Ansel and see what he looks like actually in-game and visually. Alright guys, so we're in-game, and as you can see, the audio and the animations are pretty much exactly the same as, well, no, not pretty much. They are exactly the same as what Darth Vader's is, which isn't a major issue. Like, I don't expect them to be able to change it. But in all fairness, like aside from the audio and the voice lines not necessarily working, and even so, like, it does technically sort of work because Darth Malgus has got that mask over his face, so it's not completely, like, abnormal. Like, it's not completely out of, like, I don't know. But anyway, so, it plays really well. And considering Darth Malgus is very, like I said before, a very stocky, like, character, it kind of works quite well. But anyway, I'm just going to get rid of these rubbish around here. But this is the sort of mod that I would actually get quite enjoyment out of playing. Let's get rid of that, and then let's go into NVIDIA Ansel and see what... No, hang on. One button. There we go. So let's go into Ansel and see what he looks like in-game. And as you can see, he looks damn intimidating. Like, if you saw that, like, Darth Vader's a big enough, like intimidation, just because I've done NVIDIA Ansel on Darth Vader before, and he looks damn intimidating. But if I go over to this rebel soldier here from his perspective, if you're here and you see that over the corner, like, that is so intimidating. Like, I can't even begin to imagine how you must be feeling looking at that. But anyway, so yeah, it looks absolutely insane. The only criticism I do have is that the head is a bit weird. It looks very cartoony. However, it is still mesh importing, so I'm not too picky about it. Considering how well they've done with the rest of it, like even especially the lightsaber, I'm absolutely blown away by the lightsaber. The change they made to that is absolutely insane. So I can let the head go a bit, because if I go right up close to it, it does look a little bit cartoony, but considering what they had to work with, I think it's absolutely insane. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and upload our next mod, which is a Jango Fett mod. Alright guys, so now we've got the mod for Jango Fett, and I just had a little peek at it before I started recording. Look at it. Like, I say how good the Darth Malgus one looks, and I mentioned about how the head is a little bit like weird and off, but this looks genuinely like I can't see anything on this mod that is actually like not I could complain about. It looks genuinely insanely good. Like the abilities is exactly the same. I haven't got any star cards because I don't use Boba Fett that much, but seriously, like this is what I'm like. A lot of you see a lot on like the internet about how like heroes they want added to Battlefront 2, like we got Ahsoka, Ventress, Jango Fett, you know, some other heroes that you see maybe in the original trilogy and whatnot, but like maybe Second Sister or Cal or Purge Troopers as reinforcements, for example. However, you know, you get like EA and DICE turn around and say to you, you know, we can only add certain things in at once. You know, there's certain things that we can do, certain things we can't do. And again, I mention this every single time we do one of these mod reviews. I try my best not to do it, but I can't help it because of how I feel about it. These modders are so good at what they do that all they need to do is be employed by DICE and they can do this job for them. You know, all these models are here, and in all fairness, depending on the modder that's being created themselves, they could use this model with their game, just code it to have different abilities and whatnot with different star cards, and you got a new hero. These modders do half the job for you. You know, all you need to do is give them credit or whatever, some of the legal stuff that maybe they can't be bothered to do, but it's there right in front of their faces for them. You know, the helmet is literally like dead on. I think Jango Fett's helmet is a bit longer than Boba Fett's helmet, but even so, like, I can put up with that because the rest of it is so good. The jetpack, the colors, you know, I know it's only got one pistol and it is slightly longer, but that is because of the way that Boba Fett's model works and how his animation works. But it's so good. Like, even his feet, like the little touch details, the fabric looks sick. The holsters for his pistols look absolutely insane. You know, even the clips look really realistic. You know, I can't begin to like describe how much I think this mod looks, how good this mod looks. But anyway, I'm going to go into a game of arcade. Sorry, I'm gonna say Galactic Assault. Then no, it's not Galactic Assault. We're going to go into a game of arcade, and we'll do what we did with Malgus. We're going to play, well, we're not going to play it in much because we know that the game is, that he plays pretty much exactly the same as, the same as Boba Fett. So we're going to go into a game of arcade, and we're going to set up NVIDIA Ansel, and we'll see how he looks in-game. Alright guys, so I've just booted up the game, and I wasn't going to do, like I said before, I wasn't going to do like a gameplay of him because I didn't think his animation would be any different. He's actually got pistol like animations. They've imported the pistol animation, so he's actually using his pistol and his, look at his sounds. And it does sound like Boba Fett's one, but it's so cool. Like, anyway, what we're gonna do, let's go into NVIDIA Ansel. I just wanted to show it up, like show that bit because it is gameplay change. But is he still moving? Oh no, he's not. He did freeze. Can I actually move him? No, I can't. Anyway, look at this in game. This looks so cool. Like, again, the only thing I would do is I would make it a little bit less matte and a bit more shinier. But again, that's just my personal preference. I like shiny. I like glossy stuff. If you watch me when I'm doing animations in Unreal Engine and stuff like that, you'll notice that it is very the models are very glossy, especially armor, because that's just the way I like it. But my god, it looks so cool. Like, if I just do a 360 of them, it's a bit tricky to do because they're in like a glide function on Ansel, which is a bit of a pain, but he looks really cool. Like, if I just zoom into the fabric looks legitly like realistic and sick. You know, oh god, I can't express, like, the helmet and the armor is what I'm blown away by the most. Like, the fact that, like, Boba Fett looks insane as it is, but because he's got scarring, it sort of ruins that aesthetic, that perfect aesthetic. It's not the fact that it's bad, it's just like I prefer the perfect aesthetic because I'm like that. But I don't know, it's just, I'm blown away by this. I'm like, I said how good Darth Malgus looked, and you know, and Darth Malgus was pure mesh importing. And so, but this has actually just been like changing the actual assets and making it look different and changing the paintings and whatnot. But it looks even better than I think Darth Malgus looks. I think this is the best one I think I've ever seen. I might do one where I go over my mods and and do a review on the ones that I think are the best maybe that I've done so far. But I just love how good this looks. I think this is the best one I've seen so far. I've done a lot of the retouch mods and they look insane, but they mainly just fix the problems that everybody's saying needs to be fixed, like Anakin, Obi-Wan, Rey, maybe, you know, you got Han, Leia, Luke, all the facial textures, they do what we say that the problems are with those faces, so the modders do it for them, for us, for the developers, in mods. But so I'm not necessarily going to count this as actually being good. That's just them fixing problems that we've said that do exist. But I don't think I've seen any mod like this that looks this good. Like, I'm genuinely jaw-dropped by how good this looks. You know, I do like the Darth Vader 8K retouch for Darth Vader, but again, that's just fixing what we say what we tell the developers. You know, this needs to be updated because it is starting to look dated. But I don't know. It does look really cool, and I really do I really do quite like it. But anyway, I'm going to move on to the last mod that we've got to look at, and that is the Purge Troopers from Jedi Fallen Order. Right, guys, so we're in our last of our 3 mods that we're going to review, and the third one is, like I said just a second ago, is the Purge Trooper. Now, this one generally looks... Now, I'm not saying this one looks bad at all, because it looks absolutely insane. And this one is also done by mesh importing. But this is the one that is sort of like the bottom of the 3 that we've done. And again, not that it's bad. It's just that, like, it's not as good as the other 2. I mean, Jango Fett comes top. Then it goes Malgus just because he looks literally insane. And... this one, like, I'm not saying it's bad. It's just that there's not a lot to it. You know, the armor's very similar to that of the Clone Trooper. The helmet is the only sort of good thing that's different. You know, the DC-15 E or S, I think it is. I think it's the S. The DC-15S is already in the game anyway, as well as the shoulder pad and the rest of the armor. But the helmet is the only like different thing that's not in this game. That's the only mod that mesh imported part of this mod. So again, it's not that it's bad, it's just that it's not as good as the other 2 that we've tested. So, anyway, I'm going to go into a game of arcade like we have done before, and I'm going to see what this guy looks like in game. Right, guys, so we're in NVIDIA Ansel on Death Star 2 again, and again, he looks really cool in game. And this is replacing the Captain Phasma hero, obviously. There is another one which is replacing the, what is it? The Enforcer class that this one replacing. So, and again, if this one was done in game properly, like if this was put in game, it probably would be an Enforcer class. And saying that though, like I wouldn't be too surprised if this did act as like the infiltrator for the Empire, because like we've already got like an infiltrator for the prequel trilogy, which is the Commando Droids and the ARC Troopers. We've got, ARC Troopers and thing, yeah. Then for the sequel trilogy, we've got the Sith Trooper and what else was it? Oh, it's the the like officer guy. I can't remember what his name. Cassian Spy, I think it is. But we haven't got anything for the original trilogy yet. Now that is going to come once they add it to Capital Supremacy and Instant Action. But everybody's thinking about like what could happen and what they could put in for like a infiltrator for the Empire and the Rebellion. And the Rebellion is a little bit more tricky. They probably will make their own one up, most probably. Either that, or they might have the Bothan. They might have the Bothan spy as an infiltrator, maybe. That might be what they're working on. But for the Empire, they've got quite a few different things they could do. But I think the most likely thing that they probably would input in is the Purge Trooper. I think that'd be a really good infiltrator. I mean, it is more of an enforcer class because it is very like a strong, like forceful, a very strong, forceful, character. But when we've got, like, in the prequel era, we've got the Commando Droid and the ARC Trooper. They're not exactly, like, infiltrating forces. They are more, like, full-on, like, they've got very destructive abilities and whatnot. But I think the Purge Trooper would be very good for Battlefront 2, and it would be very good as an infiltrator. But again, I don't know. But anyway, that is about what we have time for in this video here. Again, I'm not going to spend too much time talking about the Purge Trooper because, again, like I said, it's not I don't hate this mod because it is really good, but it's not as good as the other two. And again, there isn't an awful lot to talk about because it is a lot from what's already in the game. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did enjoy, don't forget to smash that like button and hit that subscribe button for more awesome gaming content. If you have any other suggestions for any mods that you want me to check out and do in a video, leave it in the comment section down below. But other than that, I shall see you all later. Bye!